everybody, my name's Darlene and I have Parkinson's. I'm going to try to do a video here by myself. Today we'll see whether I'm successful or not. So I'm kind of on the move a little bit right now, but if I'm frozen up I can't think, so I can't do my videos very good then. So I'm going to do it like this. I'm trying something new the last few days. I think it's working quite well, so I'm going to keep on trying it and see if I can find a solution here. What I'm doing is, I think what I'm going to talk about today is how things affect my medication and how it affects me. So if my pills are working, I have the ability to think and I have the ability to kind of move with some agitation, but I can move and I can accomplish tasks. When I'm accomplishing those tasks, I feel halfway normal. When I freeze up, I can't do anything. My hands freeze completely. Like right now, there's a little bit of movement, but my hands freeze completely when my pills don't work, and then I can't move. I can't get up. I can't adjust in my seat, and it's very painful. So I don't like when I'm frozen up, and different things affect how you can't tell when you're going to freeze and when you're not going to freeze. It happens instantaneously for me. Like I don't get much of a warning. I get a tingle or I get really animated and then I suddenly just stop. So if I am out with Claudine when that happens, I'm very hard for her to get back in the house because we have to put the ramp out and try and bring the wheelchair up the ramp, and that's just not easy. So we try to time it so I can do regular things. But if I'm not thinking clearly, I'm not able to make rational decisions. So therefore, what happens is I will think that when I'm moving, I think that I can do anything. I think that I'm normal, and I forget that I am going to stop completely. And then when I stop completely, I think I'm never going to move again. So I get really kind of down in the dumps when I'm not moving. And that's not good. So you try to eliminate as much of the up and down as you can. That's what the pump was good for. The pump was really good for evening things out. And that I miss that part of it, having the pump. But I unfortunately had to get rid of it because the stomach contents were coming out of it all the time, and I was risking infection. So for me, that was not a solution. I can also take with my medicines an agonist, which helps it work better, but I get hallucinations from the agonist. I tried it and I had very bad hallucinations, and that's scary. So I had to go off that. So I haven't had much luck with those things, but the tablets, I take 18 or 19 a day and 2 overnight long-acting ones. And so what I'm trying to do differently, they said started every 3 hours or whatever. And I found that I was being frozen up a lot. So if I get overly excited, if I'm even talking about something that has got me kind of interested or sparked interest or something, I can get myself excited and then I crash hard. And if I get stressed, I crash hard. And when I crash and I go still, it's terrible if it lasts any length of time. And there's been times when I've been a whole day and I've had to be still the whole day. Can't sleep if I am still. And but if I'm too animated, like if suddenly all the pills work at one time, like if they're sort of stored up in my body and I have had 2 or 3 doses that haven't worked, they can be all still bunged up in my intestines, and then all of a sudden they'll all shoot out at the same time. And then I'm really in trouble because then I'm like so on the move. And it's usually in the middle of the night, and you can't make noise and you can't be up cleaning closets and stuff in the middle of the night, so it's hard. That part is hard. But I've come to a solution, I think. We're going to try it and see. It's worked pretty good for the last 2 days. Today it worked pretty good too, so we're going to see. I decided that I'm going to try to do my medicine every 2.5 hours. So I'm going to try and head off the crashing and the stillness. So I'm going to try every 2.5 hours instead of every 3 hours. And I'm going to try to, movement encourages movement. So when I'm frozen up, I'm going to try to do some things like in my chair to not allow myself to sit for too long and try to get up and do things. Sometimes it's as simple as getting Claudine to get me up into my wheelchair and take me up to the bedroom, and I lay out in the bed and I do a couple of exercises on the bed and come back downstairs. Sometimes it's a simple thing like going up to the bathroom and trying to get your pants down and pull them back up again. That can be a major task. And but I try to do something, and it seems to be working okay. Like let's see, what time is it now? It's 7:45, and I'm due next medicine at 8:30. So about 8 o'clock, I will start to feel tingling in my hands, and then I will know that it's going to be happening, that I'm going to freeze up soon. And about quarter after, I will start to have like big movements. This is normal movement. I will have big movements at about quarter after 8. And then by 8:30, I will take my tablets. And if I will go still then, and I will sit there for 10 minutes. And then I'll try to get myself up. And if I get up and can do something at that time, then I will be able to continue to do something. If I can't get up at that time, then I might have to sit for the whole time until it works again. So yeah, I feel like they call it chasing the yellow pill, and I really do chase the yellow pill for. It's called dopamine. It's got it's 2 words, dopamine, and I can't remember what the first word was. Cinnamate is this kind of dopamine. I can't remember what the name of it is, but anyway, I take these 3 tablets every 2.5 hours, and it can kind of keep me going. But I've had a bit of a rough time going because Bill has been in and out of the hospital, and that is stressful for me. I don't visit well at hospitals. I feel very guilty when I don't go to see him when I'm up there, when he's up there. But I'm not a good hospital visitor at all. It really bothers me, and so he knows that. So I try to avoid going up as many times as I can because it's hard. It's not that you avoid things that are hard, but he doesn't remember that I was there anyway. He kind of mistakes me and Claudine sometimes because Claudine and I look a lot alike, as you know, and I used to be quite heavy. I lost 170 pounds. I've now put 40 of that back on, but I'm not 40. I put 20 of it back on. 20 back on. I was down to 122, and I'm up to 142. So I put 20 pounds back on, but I'm much healthier here. At 122, I wasn't very healthy, but I was 291 when I started, so I lost all that weight, and therefore I changed how I looked. My face is thin. I have still a inner tube around my center of fat, but that's because of all the extra skin. But anyway, I have that, and so I look a lot like Bill's sister, Maggie. And so when we went up to the hospital one time to visit, he was introducing me to the people around him as his sister Maggie, and I tried to explain to him, no, I was Darlene. And then the other night he saw Claudine, and Claudine has put a little bit of weight on, and she's looking very healthy now, but she put a little bit of weight on, and so she looked more like I looked when I was heavy. And he was indicating to her that he wanted her to lay down beside him on the bed because we hadn't laid down together for a while, and she said, Dad, I don't think you're wanting me to lay down with you. I think you want Mom to lay down with you. And so he didn't quite understand. He thought that Claudine was me. And so it was difficult. I mean, those are the things that you have to accept, but it's not easy. Anyway, I wanted to come on and just sort of maybe explain to you a little bit about what's happening, and what I'm trying. And I'm really trying to have this work. I also want to show you my apron. My friend Kaz over in England, I told you about her channel. She has Parkinson's as well, and she sent me a parcel with a bunch of stuff in it. This is one of the things. Okay, well, you're trying to get up. Let's see if I can get here. Oh my gosh. I'm going to put you further away there. And let's see if I can turn. Look at the turtles. Aren't they cute? And I got these turtle apron. And I think the kids are going to love that. They went on their holiday. The kids went on their holiday. I have 2 grandchildren. One's 2 and one's 4. Aurora and Finn. And they went on their holiday to the mountains and went camping, and then they went and saw my brother Gary and Grant. And I guess they had a really good time over on the island and went to the Butchart Gardens and did all kinds of things. When they were in Vancouver, they went to the aquarium with my brothers, and they had a good time, and Claudine, of course, was babysitting their dog. So she took the dog home when they got home, and she goes over there, and they had just got Finn into bed. And he, of course, hears Claudine come in, and so he tiptoes out of his room, and he looks at Claudine, and he says, "Auntie." And she says, "Oh, you're supposed to be in bed." And he goes, "I can't sleep. I want to go back to the mountains." He loved going to the mountains. I'm going to put a picture in here at the end here of them when they were at the mountains. They had such a good time, and he, I guess, asked quite a few times for if Claudine could go to the mountains with him one time. But you know, Cal does mountain climbing and stuff, and they're outdoor kids. Those kids are outdoor kids, and so that's probably what they'll spend a lot of time doing, is outdoors. Anyway, so that's pretty much what I was going to say today, and I'm going to stop here. I wanted to tell you all, if you're interested in following Claudine in her trailer refurbishing, she's putting out videos on her channel. Her channel goes DEAN, Dean, like the name Dean, MCPHATE, Dean McFate. That's not. Oh, hang on a minute, I gotta figure it out. I'll pause for a minute here. Okay, I'm coming back here to make a correction. I made a mistake. I've slowed down here now. My brain isn't working very good, but I said I had 2 grandchildren, 2 and 4. I also have a grandchild who's 27 years old, Ivy, but she wasn't on this holiday with them. So, of course, I was talking about Cal and Ashley's family, and I'm sorry if Ivy watches this. I didn't mean to forget you, honey. Anyway, I just thought I'd mention that. Okay, I'm going to try to put this together now.